Welcome to the Midwest. My name is Jesse, and today I'm going to answer an email from a viewer named Adam, and he is taking cold showers. He's experiencing some tightness and some pain in his chest. I'm going to read you his email and I'll respond to it. This is not the first email that has asked about this specific topic, and in every case it seems as though the same things, people are doing the same things and having the same results. So this particular episode is about having chest pains or chest tightness in the cold showers. Let's talk about that today. Welcome to the Midwest. My name is Jesse, and today I'm going to read you Adam's email. Adam writes, "Hi Jesse, I've been watching your videos for some time, and they've been popping up in my feed after I began trying the Wim Hof method. Most of the videos of yours I have seen are all based off questions you've received online. I'd really appreciate your insights on this, especially knowing that you have ice bathed many people." He says, "I just turned 22. I am very thin. He's 6 foot tall, 135 pounds. That's pretty slim. No body fat, just skin and bone and muscle," he says. And in bold, he says, "I get chest pain during cold showers. Should I be worried?" He says, "Note, I'm still a newbie in the cold showers." So he says, "I usually start out fine. The cold water strikes my back and I begin breathing hard to generate energy. I also do it to distract myself from the psychological shock I'm going through." So he's breathing really hard when he's in the cold shower. "It gives me something to focus on," he says. "After a little more than 20 to 30 seconds, I feel my fingers and hands, then my limbs begin to tingle to the point where it begins to hurt. The pain and tightness increase until I get out and recover from the cold. I don't know if it's safe for me to push past the pain, and I can imagine it, but I don't want to collapse or have a seizure or something due to the stress. I want to go longer, but I'm just concerned something bad will happen. What are your thoughts? P.S. You're doing a great job with your channel. Keep it up. Hey, thank you, Adam." So, okay. So there's a few things I want to cover here, because in every email that I've received as far as people having chest pain or chest tightness, it's generally something similar to Adam's case. So Adam, thank you so much for this email. It's time to address it. Now, first of all, before I even want to start, if you are experiencing chest pain, yes, there are a lot of reasons why you might experience chest pain, but one of them might be your heart. So if this is something that you're experiencing, stop taking cold showers, go to the doctor, make sure you don't have some kind of a heart condition that you may not have even known about. When it comes to cold training or any kind of training, when it comes to any advice I'm ever going to give, I'm always going to err on the side of caution, and I think you should too. So make sure that you don't have any underlying conditions or something going on with your heart that you aren't aware of. It is true that when a person gets into an ice bath or a cold shower, or any kind of a cold shock environment, there are some changes that happen with your circulation and your blood pressure. So when you step into the cold shower, your heart rate usually will go down and your blood pressure will have a spike. This is why whenever we have workshops or any events, we always recommend that a person not do ice bathing if they have uncontrolled high blood pressure. So it is something to be cautious about. We don't want to play games with our hearts, right? So we want to make sure that this is something that it's not anything serious. So go get checked out. It's not going to be hard. They'll check you out. Just make sure you don't have any issues that you don't know about. However, judging from this email and the emails that I typically get, there are things that a person can do to create a problem like this one. Now you'll notice Adam said that he starts breathing really hard in the shower. And this is something really, this is the opposite of what you want to do. When you get into that cold shower, you want to calm your breathing, okay? A lot of people have the misconception that whenever they get into the cold shower or to the ice bath, they need to do really hard, active breathing. Well, that's what your body naturally wants you to do, and that's because, hey, you're about to use an enormous amount of energy, which requires oxygen. You have to keep that homeostasis. But the problem is, what you're doing when you do that, you're giving yourself, it's like you're giving yourself a panic attack. And if you breathe really hard, you're going to hyperventilate or superventilate, okay, because you're doing it on purpose. And what can happen is that you will start experiencing some of the effects that are coming with that. This is why, for instance, for those of you who practice Wim Hof method, this is why we say never practice Wim Hof method breath work in the shower or in a cold tub or in water in general or a place where you might fall down, because it is possible that you might pass out. So what you're doing when you go into the cold shower and you're breathing really heavy, yeah, you might give yourself something to take your mind off of the cold, but that's not really the goal. And I'm just going to make a recommendation when it comes to cold training. Take a look at my ebook. It's just about cold training, nothing else, but it gives you a basic guide as far as kind of what to focus on, what not to focus on, how to slow down and how to breathe whenever you're in the cold. But regardless of what practice you're coming at it from, if you're getting into a cold shower, if you're trying to get the maximum benefits from cold exposure, your goal is to calm down your breath, okay? Calm the breathing down. And what you're doing by doing that is you're training yourself to be more resilient in the face of a stressor, in this case, the cold. So if you're hyperventilating, yeah, you're gonna start feeling tingling, you're gonna start feeling kind of weird, you may feel like passing out, you might actually pass out if you do that. So my advice to you, of course, is first to get checked out, right? Make sure there's nothing wrong with your heart, check your blood pressure regularly, take good care of your heart, right? But assuming that is all fine and you're a young man, it sounds like you're otherwise very healthy, so assuming that is fine, and of course don't assume, go get it checked, but I'm just going to assume that you've gotten it checked and that is fine. What I want you to try to do is slow your breathing down, relax in the cold shower. And when you do that, you're going to notice you don't have so much tension building up in your body, in your chest, and your arms, and your legs, and your fingers, and all these things. You're going to be able to handle the cold in a much better way. So, having said that, check out my ebook on cold training for more of my personal advice on how to do cold training. But again, try to calm the breath down and stay calm when you're in the cold, and you're not going to have all of these crazy pass out feelings. Of course, get yourself checked out first. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And don't forget to go out there and be kind to one another.